there was one report in particular where they were out to sea at night and this green light appeared and it went by the ship, lit up the whole side of their ship, and then it just like took off into the sky. Supposedly, the government has tracked upwards of 1,600 ghost ships that float around the seas.
Stop it.
So
stop
the
it.
The ships are perfectly fine. You know, way old and rusty because they've been at sea for so long. But there's no damage. They're not shipwrecks. They're perfectly floating ships floating around the sea. Entire crews gone. 5 military planes.
Okay.
The search plane that went after them also disappeared. Never was found.
Creepy.
The government uses dolphins for communication and spying and stuff.
Well, and
they train
also
them.
like finding people. They say that like they send them out in the water to hide from the dolphins, and the dolphins basically sniff them out.
Like a search dog.
Yeah, but a water dog.
Just a little hint into what we're talking about today.
Things are really shaping up, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's a good one, Callie. I like it. So we're talking about what today?
Triangles.
Yes. Like the Bermuda,
Mhm.
the Alaska,
The Bennington.
and there's even in Michigan? Or is that the Bennington one?
No, Bennington's in Vermont.
Yeah, and then there's a Michigan
So,
one.
okay.
There's lots of them.
There's a lot of triangles, which is weird because I feel like Bermuda is kind of the one that gets all the attention.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know there were more.
Yeah. So most people, when you're thinking of like ominous triangles, I feel like Bermuda comes up of that's the place you don't go.
Yep, always.
So,
But Alaska actually seems to be the more dangerous one.
which is so wild. I mean, it makes sense. I guess it's just so cold and there's snow. Like, who knows what's buried under all that snow?
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, there's flights that disappear, perfect weather conditions, nothing, spoken over the radio. Because if something starts to go wrong, a pilot will communicate.
Yeah.
And none of that is happening.
Oh, it's so crazy.
And I think it's like 325,000 like acres or square miles, whatever you want to.
Yeah.
So it's a
big.
huge amount of area that people just go vanishing.
It's kind of like, I don't remember if you remember, but was it Lake Tahoe? No, was it Lake Powell? I think it was Lake Powell. One year it got really low and they found all sorts of crazy stuff like in the bottom of the lake.
Like what? Like planes?
I think it was Lake Powell, but I feel like they found like bodies and they found
I'm sure.
all sorts of things were like coming up.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that gross?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's probably like that under all
Like
the snow.
ice in the snow if it melted.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Mm.
But I don't know because there's some instances where massive planes will go down and then a huge search comes about right after. It's not going to be buried in snow right away.
That's true. It's
And they don't
gone.
find anything.
It's just vanished.
Vanished. And everyone on board. Just gone.
So it is weird because I feel like, why? Is it truly vanishing or is it like what we've deemed as like hotspots and it's just a way to get rid of people and or things?
My tinfoil hat wearing girlfriend. Interesting. I haven't thought about it that way.
I know, that just like kind of popped into my mind. I'm like, what if it's not that? But also like, what if they're on those ley lines? You know, we talked about ley lines before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never
energy lines,
overlaid
energy fields.
the triangles on the ley lines. I'd be curious to see if it falls on anything.
Yeah, it's interesting. So you're saying it's possibly the government or whoever's. When I say the government,
Like a coverment.
I just mean
like
like
a cover-up. A
yeah,
coverment.
The government. The government who's trying to cover up. What's happening is they're trying to like get rid of whoever is on board, like the Titanic.
Yes.
How that was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, and also like, I just think even the Bermuda Triangle, there's so many ports there. People are like snatched from like Jacksonville, Florida, and you'll never see them again because of like trafficking routes.
Oh, yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, hey, is this just kind of a cover for like, oh, things are going missing.
Right.
We can't look into it because it's unexplainable.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like kind of just a hot spot for trafficking even or something weird.
Good point.
Maybe along those lines.
Yeah, possibly. Well, yeah, in the Bermuda Triangle, what is it like? The 3 points, Miami, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. And like that's, like you said, the most famous one. And but planes go down. I think it was Flight 19 in the 50s or in the 40s.
Okay.
And it was a group of 5 military planes and they went missing. And that's when the Bermuda Triangle got its name, is from that event. And still to this day, people search for those planes. They've never found them. they actually have their whole conversation. You could still find of their, saying like, my compass isn't working and not where we thought we were going to be, and like weird things like that.
Yeah.
So
Christopher Columbus, I think, had journaled about that, which
he did.
Christopher Columbus, I don't
is he even real?
I don't know.
But he did say
he totally did not discover America.
Well, that's for sure. No, even if he was a real person, he did not. He was not the one to discover.
I think he was
North
a real
America.
person, but I think that he was just part of one of the families that they were like
used, for the storyline.
Yeah, so this one's like a crazy story. I wrote it down because I was like, that's wild. So in 1881, there was a ship sailing from Liverpool to New York City, and it went through the Triangle, and the people on board said that they came across what they were calling a ghost ship. There was nobody on this ship that they saw, but some of the crew got off and wanted to like explore it. And then I guess there was a huge storm that separated them. The next day they were reunited, and there was nobody on that ship again. Like nobody was on that ghost ship. So the crew was just like gone.
Yeah.
Weird.
That is really creepy.
So there's just weird stories like that of like,
Yeah, like we just don't know. There's just so much mystery, right? Like we don't know what
happened. Did the mermaids get him?
Yeah, the mermaids might have got him, or the Kraken. Or they all just, I don't know. Yeah, maybe the mermaids called to them and they all jumped off.
Maybe.
But there's supposedly the government has tracked upwards of 1,600 ghost ships that float around the seas.
Stop it.
So
stop
the
it.
boat, the ships are perfectly fine. Way old and rusty because they've been at sea for so long. But there's no, they're not damaged. They're not shipwrecks. They're perfectly floating ships floating around the sea. Entire crews gone. Like
and they
nothing. No dead bodies on board.
They don't feel like they should maybe like wrangle the ships and pull them into port.
Just let them float around. I don't know. Maybe that's probably. I don't know if it's worth the resources to pull them in. I mean,
so they're just out
strange?
bobbing around in the sea
all over.
It's weird because a lot of times things get washed up on shore. You would think that at some point it would wash.
They don't.
Up.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that is
big
odd.
Ships don't come to shore.
Maybe they're not really ghost ships. Maybe they're being like remote controlled. I don't know.
Maybe they're being controlled and captained by ghosts.
Maybe.
Isn't it like the Black Pearl in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a ghost, literally is a ghost ship. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like there's haunted vessels floating around the ocean, and it'd be so terrifying to run into one at night.
Right?
Because that's another thing. Like, wouldn't that be a hazard to
You would think so.
captains and people out there?
I wonder if they put trackers on them.
Because at night, like, you wouldn't see a ghost ship has no lights on it.
Yeah, that's true. They probably tag them. Maybe they tag them. And that's how they can see where they're at. Just
but you can't know where it's going, though, because it'll just, like, change direction any second. So, like, you wouldn't even be able to really... I don't know, but the ocean's so big. I guess 1,600's, like...
You know what I mean? Like, so if they're, like, searching for them on their, like, screen, like, they can see where they're at because...
Wouldn't that be a cool app?
That would be cool.
To be able to track the ghost ships and just see where they're at? That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign up for your ghost ship today.
Somebody would be into that.
Which ghost ship do you want to sign up for?
I don't know. Whichever one is the least haunted and rusty. I don't know, but
the one that takes you to the mermaids?
The one that, no, I don't want to see the mermaids. Do not want to see the mermaids. I'd rather take my chances in the Bermuda Triangle than with mermaids.
Okay, so do you think that, I feel like I've heard reports that there were like UFOs and stuff that come out of the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes, there are reports.
So there's that.
Even Christopher Columbus said he documented that he saw weird lights in the sky
like little
when
orbs
he was there.
Or something?
Orbs, yeah. Yeah, but there is, reports of, there was one report in particular where they were out to sea at night and this green light appeared and it went by the ship, lit up the whole side of their ship, and then it just like took off into the sky.
Creepy.
Yeah. And I think it had multiple eyewitnesses too. I think it was, multiple people on the boat that saw it.
That's
so
wild.
Maybe just some weird like UFO technology or things are happening over there, coming out of the water. Compass is going weird. Like there's something weird, like a vortex.
Yes. Or maybe just like, is it have to do with just like the magnetic pole? Like, you know what I mean? It's not a pole. Like, I don't know. Like, what is that right there?
Yeah.
Because I know like I've heard it, like at the poles, compasses don't work.
Right. That's true.
So maybe it has something to do with that.
Maybe. Yeah.
I know, it's weird.
But there's a lot of just ships and planes that just go missing all the time.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but a lot of them do.
So there was like a crazy story, and I hope I get this right, but there was a pilot who supposedly like was flying over the Bermuda Triangle, and he like had made that trip many times. Like it wasn't like the first time.
Yeah.
And he's flying through it, and he comes up to this like, he sees like a dark cloud And he's like, okay, I've got to just like fly through it. And he says as he's flying through it, he's like, it's weird. He sees like electricity kind of like inside of the cloud. So he's like, okay, I just need to get out of this cloud. So he flies out of the cloud. And he's like, oh, like, good, I'm out of the cloud. He's going, and again, he comes up to another cloud that looks exactly the same. And he's like, that's weird. Like, flies into it again. His his dashboard, everything just starts going haywire. The dash is like flashing. Everything's malfunctioning. And he's like, okay, he's like, I just need to keep going. I just need to keep going. I need to get out of this.
Yeah.
And so basically he's like, I just keep going. I don't really have control over my plane. And he says he sees like a small sliver of light. And he's like, okay, there's like light at the end of the tunnel. But the longer he's flying towards it, it's almost like the light's like getting farther and farther away from him. And he's like starting to panic at this point because he's like, how am I going to get out of this? Like, I'm going to like crash, you know? And so eventually he like makes it to the light. He sees the light and he just like somehow manages to like pull out of it somehow. And he's like, he knew that if he would have stayed in there, he would have never got out of it. And so anyways, he's flying. He ends up landing in Florida. He lands, and I think the story goes that he radios the tower to say like, hey, what's my location for this? And the tower's like, you've already landed. And he's like, how is that possible? I can't. Like, I'm still literally flying the plane.
Wow.
I know. So he lands, and the trip that should have taken like X amount of hours, like 3 hours. I don't know the exact amount. I think it only took like 2 hours. It was like an hour less time. So he was like, he thinks he flew into some sort of like time wormhole type thing. He's like, there's no other way to explain it. Like, I have my own watch on. I know what time I left. I know what time I should be arriving, and I'm an hour off.
Yeah.
So, and that also wasn't, I don't think, that was also accounting for the time changes, right? Like
right. Like, well, he knows that he's a pilot.
Yes,
so of course he knows how to tell
Isn't
the time.
that creepy?
Yes. And that's not the only
You've already
story I've
landed.
heard like that. Like similar stories like that where pilots or even people driving seem to go through some sort of like time warp. Like all of a sudden they lose time, or or the trip's longer than it's supposed to take. And they're like, oh shoot, am I going to run out of fuel? Like, why is it taking me so long? I've done this route, dozens of times, and it's not the same that time.
And that was the other thing he said. He said he checked his mileage and it should have been way higher, and it wasn't.
Yeah. So like he jumped maybe dimensions or something.
I'm like, I mean, I want to fly and cut off time out of my flight time.
Yeah, someone could figure out how to harness that in like a safe way.
Yeah. Teleport me.
That's what it is. Yes. Teleporting.
I would love that. If I could have a secret power, that's what it would be.
Oh, 100%.
Better flying. But teleporting would be better.
Fun. Teleporting is practical. Let's be honest. Like if you're like, yeah, I just want to go have a beautiful glass of red wine and a bowl of pasta
in Italy.
I'm just going to go there for lunch and I'll be back.
Boop.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, that would be amazing. That's way better than flying. Flying would take you forever.
Yeah. I want to be at the
front
of the line.
And your hair would be a mess.
Just kidding.
Out there.
Yeah, that's true. You'd have to braid it or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's really wild.
So lots of ships have gone missing though too.
Yep.
It's not just planes, but like kind of circling back to the UFO thing too. Like I've heard theories of UFOs come out and then they go back in, they disassemble it. So they don't really need material. They're just stripping down what they have, rebuilding it up for whatever mission controlled or mission they're being assigned. I've heard that theory, which is super interesting.
I have not heard that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
well, there's just like, there's so much mystery. Like there's a ship that they found. This one they actually found because a lot of them do go completely missing.
Yeah.
And it was a huge steel vessel and it had almost like a perfect clean cut in the middle. It was broken in half. And one of the things they speculate could have happened is a rogue wave, which could be like 100 feet tall. Possibly maybe a wave picked it up and then all the weight, it was like being supported in the middle and then the two ends got heavy
like the
enough
Titanic.
to break. Yeah, the Titanic like bobbed and then broke, right? Or maybe it was something like that. I don't know. But they don't know.
But it's still
they're just guessing, like,
but to be perfectly cut?
Yeah, it was like it was just like a clean,
like a laser cut.
No, not laser, but it was a clean, pretty much clean break.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Like I think if you took like, a stick and you went on your knee, it's like a clean break versus like doing it like this.
Okay, it wasn't like perfecally like laser.
But it was pretty like, it wasn't. Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I know. I don't like it either. I feel like the ocean, like as beautiful as it is, and I know people love to sail it and do all the things, and that's great. You just have to really respect it because it's so powerful and there's so much out there and it's so deep. You don't know what's underneath you we don't know like really what lies beneath.
No.
Yeah, and sailors and people in the Navy have crazy stories about things that they see out there. So,
well, even like just like shallower depths, like people have crazy experiences
Don't
even
tell me
in the
that.
shallows. Sorry, like the mermaids that were in the shallows.
yeah,
Like I don't know, dolphins.
Gerald's.
That's like a hot topic
He
right
was
now.
just swimming, in the surf, and Gerald came and got him. What do we
Yeah.
think of that story?
I don't know, but I did hear that a bunch of dolphins ended up getting killed. They say that there's like 30 dolphins a year typically die and like wash up on shore, and they had like 40 or 44 and like
All in the same area too.
Mhm.
And then
they're searching for Gerald.
supposedly
Gerald with the scar.
with the scar. That people are saying that the FBI is sending out like helicopters. They're patrolling the beaches, all the like islands surrounding the area.
And this is Florida too, right?
The area that the guy got abducted supposedly by dolphins. They're
Is this
flying
part
around.
of the Bermuda Triangle area though?
Well, I don't know. Kind of ish, because
It's like-
Miami is one of the points. It's
Yeah.
Miami, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. So
Mhm.
yeah,
So
weird. Yeah.
once again, connecting it. I don't think anybody's made that connection yet. that
Maybe
it's
Gerald, the dolphin's
of
been
it.
behind every disappearance.
Maybe
Maybe he's the problem.
people are still alive. They're just working.
They're working now on us.
They're
on
like
condos.
slaves.
The coral condos. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a pretty name.
The coral condos. That is
Yeah.
pretty. Aww. I'll be their marketing person.
Yes. But that guy, wasn't he 33 years old?
Yeah, which is always weird.
Whenever I hear that number,
I
it's
know.
highly suspicious.
I know.
Yeah. But
It's a weird story though. Like if they did make it, I mean, it's really hard to believe. Really hard to believe. However, if they did make it up, like what's the point? Just to distract us with something
maybe
stupid?
it could be.
But then why are all the dolphins now dying, and why are they investigating
I mean, it's obviously they're looking.
for something?
I feel like they're looking for something in the dolphins.
Maybe,
But that's sad. It's like if they don't have a scar on their face, like don't kill them.
but why do we want to kill Gerald?
I don't know. Because he
Yeah, but he kept him alive underwater. He's not like a murderer.
maybe because Gerald
He's just into forced labor.
maybe he like broke rank and like didn't obey direct orders.
Oh, maybe so.
Maybe he wasn't supposed to let the guy come back.
Well, you know that the government uses dolphins for communication and spying and stuff.
Well, and
They train
also
them.
like finding people. They
Oh,
say that
yeah.
like they send them out in the water to hide from the dolphins, and the dolphins basically sniff them
Like
out.
a search dog,
Yeah, but a water dog.
but a water dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy.
Huh. They're really intelligent.
I know. I mean, so many weird things with dolphins. I mean, that's obviously not what our topic's about, but since we're talking about it, I feel like I want to share this. But
Yeah,
they
do it.
had like dolphin, like where you were going to give birth, like
Yeah.
dolphin birth.
Dolphin-assisted births.
Yes. Because apparently, like the dolphins made it painless, and you would have your baby very quickly.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of frightens me because I'm like, I don't want you to like
I
take
mean,
my baby.
yeah, it is a little
You know.
creepy, but they outlawed it, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, women from all over the world. There was one guy in particular. He was like a midwife, but a guy
A
But
midwife
he-
dolphin whisperer.
whisperer.
Yeah.
And women would fly to see him from all over the world and have their babies in the water with these dolphins. And the dolphins would come right up and they would send out their little, their sounds and their clicks. And somehow that just, in our brain, it's like a receptor. They turn off the pain receptor. And this is really strange. They say that these babies that were born like this, they have like extra special like mental powers. Mhm.
like telekinesis, or
I don't know exactly, but they like are like X-Men.
I feel like I wish somebody recorded it. Like, I wonder if it would be the same thing. Like, you just have to listen to it, or is it the actual echolocation penetrating
Maybe you have to
your body?
be with them, because I saw a
Okay.
video of a little boy. He had cerebral palsy, and they were doing therapy with dolphin therapy. And the dolphin had its little nose, big old nose, to his little head, and was doing its little choo-choo-choo. And he was just taking it in. Apparently, it helps.
Okay. Well,
So, I
and
don't
maybe
know.
they're just trained to do that because it's not like you're just wild, like with wild dolphins in
No,
the
they
ocean.
say they are the wild ones. Like, yeah,
Oh.
wild ones. Well, like if a woman's pregnant, they always come up to her pregnant belly.
Oh.
And they circle around a pregnant woman like protectively.
Mm.
And people have been saved by dolphins
Yeah.
from drowning.
They've
Literally,
also,
they have
people
been
have
saved.
also had other things, though.
And then dolphins also want to apparently hump people and mate with them, which is really weird.
That is so weird. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
No,
I mean,
but there's something
that
to be said
definitely
about that
just
because
turns me
that's
away from wanting
strange.
to like swim with dolphins. Like, I don't
I
know.
want to be humped by a dolphin.
I do not. That's not on the bucket list. Not on the
Okay.
bingo card for 2026 or ever.
Okay, good. That would be kind of weird if it was.
That would be so
It'd be very
weird.
weird. But no, but like not okay. I guess dogs do it, right? But dogs are dogs.
Yeah.
But like no other animal in the animal kingdom like tries to mate with a human.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's so strange.
I don't
So
know.
I don't know what
Just
that
going
means.
back to the Genesis 6, right?
Yeah,
Or, like,
Genesis 6.
I don't know.
Could you imagine Dolphin Man? There's Alligator Man, but Dolphin Man?
I don't know. Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Maybe that's where his origins are from.
Wow.
His father's a dolphin.
Dolphin. Yeah. Gerald. It's Gerald.
Maybe.
But that name is hilarious.
Mhm.
Gerald.
I mean, he didn't name the dolphin. That was the name the dolphin told him.
Yeah.
Which is weird because that's like a human name. It wasn't
Yeah.
like Dolphinius or like some dolphin-y name.
Dolphin.
It was a human name.
I love it.
His name translated into dolphin is like 5 clicks and a whistle.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, how did he understand what they were saying?
I don't know.
So weird. Huh.
He said that after so many hours, he just picked up on what they were.
Yeah, that's what he said. Like, eventually he just kind of figured it out. Yeah.
Which is
well,
weird.
they did say when they took him to the hospital, they found, like, the Gulf water in his lungs.
Yeah.
Like, where it would have been where he said he was.
Yeah. Weird.
And then they found him frantically on the beach drawing out detailed blueprints in the sand.
He's like,
At,
Gerald.
like, 5 a.m.
He's like drawing it and he's still connected to Gerald. He's like, this is the final
He probably was
blueprint.
still telling him, yeah. Don't write it in the sand. It's not going to last.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy,
It
crazy,
is.
crazy. Oh, man. But, okay, the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay, back to that.
Yes. So, what else happened there? I feel like I wrote down a couple things that were weird. The USS Cyclops was carrying 300 men from Salvador, Brazil to Baltimore, Maryland, and their route went right through the Bermuda Triangle, and the ship never arrived. Never arrived.
And never found, huh?
Never found. But the thing is like, they never sound out an SOS call either.
Right.
They never
Or
call for help or
and they
anything.
know when weather is bad. So if there's
Mhm.
no storm either when a ship went missing.
Right. That's even
really
more
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess the Santa Fe magazine came out and said a few years after that and said that the disappearance was just so weird because usually a wooden bucket or a, life vest, preserver,
Something washes up.
something, right, would be found that
Mhm.
belonged to the ship, but nothing was
Nothing.
found. Yeah.
They disappear in the thin
Mhm.
air.
So,
Wow. Well, and going back to Alaska,
mhm.
over 20,000 people have gone missing since the 70s.
Yeah,
which is like
Alaska Triangle's weird.
2 or 3 times the amount of like the rest of the US in a year. So Alaska's really weird. Like something strange is going on.
Mhm.
There's even full civilizations and tribes that have gone completely missing too. That live up there.
Weird.
Yeah. So I don't know. I
Scary.
kind of feel like with that pilot's experience going through some sort of dimension or time warp because
Mhm.
there's that one flight, the Indonesia flight, remember that went missing several years ago? It just
Oh,
disappeared.
yes.
So like I think they probably just went into another
Dimension.
dimension.
maybe or
I know it
something?
sounds so weird, but
It
like
does, but
you look
there's
into it and there's video. I mean, it's bizarre.
no other explanation.
Mhm.
Like it's just like there must
Yep.
be some sort of
'Cause-
maybe it's just open and closed at different times.
Yeah,
You know,
like massive ships and massive planes
Mhm.
full of all these people. They have radios. They could connect. The weather
Mhm.
wasn't bad. Like there's no other explanation. That you never find wreckage.
yeah,
Nothing. You never find a body. Like it just disappears. So like in my mind, it's like okay, well the only plausible explanation is they're going into some other dimension. They're literally just like they're gone.
yeah. It is so
Which
weird.
is so sad for the families to not have closure too, because like all these people that have gone, like if you find a crash, it's like okay, know what happened, but to never know what happened
to
to your
find
loved
no
one,
debris, like nothing.
mm-mm.
It's just so weird. So in the Alaska Triangle, like because you were talking about the tribes, I wrote this down because I thought it was interesting. There was a tribe there, and they speak of I want to say, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it's Kashana.
Okay.
Anyways, it's a mythical land creature or a Bigfoot-like being, Gerard's cousin. But they describe it as a shapeshifter.
Okay.
And it doesn't sound like it's a nice one. It often disguises itself as a loved one or a child near rivers where they destroy or transform in front of them. Like,
but wait,
destroy
are they
the people.
claiming that's like taking down planes and ships, or it's just something that's there?
They're just saying that could be an explanation of like why things or people are going missing And that would be more like hikers.
I would say that's more
yeah.
people on foot for sure.
Mhm.
And that happens. People will literally just disappear
Mm-hmm.
and never be found.
Isn't that interesting, though, that we have like a different type of Bigfoot, though, up there in the Alaska Triangle area?
Yeah.
So, and I feel like they've also claimed there's like UFO sightings there, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know.
It's like you always see like it's a pattern, and that's what you have to look for, patterns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with a lot of these weird paranormal things, like crop circles or like triangles where people go missing, Bigfoot, there's like UFO orbs seen in the sky. Like it always seems to be the same thing over and over again.
Wasn't the Malaysian one the one where they had the little orbs that flew next to the plane?
That's what I was thinking. The Malaysian flight. I said Indonesian. The Malaysian flight.
Okay.
That's the one I meant.
Because you said orbs and flights, and I was like,
yes.
I feel like
there was orbs, yes, around the plane, and then all of a sudden the plane went boop.
Just disappeared.
Just gone. Yeah.
That's creepy.
I know. I was like, where did they go?
Well, and also the people on the plane, weren't there like significant like people on that plane that were in charge of
there were some like really high level like businessmen and stuff.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Feels very Titanic-y-ish.
Yeah, maybe the government zapped them.
Maybe they
it's
were
like
opposing,
a vaporizing machine.
Maybe they were opposing like
Federal Reserve kind of thing.
Yes.
Like the Titanic.
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean there was it was a Democratic congressman. He was on one of the flights over Alaska, and he was in one of the planes that just went missing too.
Recently. Or
I don't remember, like 90s maybe?
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, like semi-recent.
Not too long ago.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gone.
That's so scary.
I know. And with like all our technology and tracking devices for things just to be there and then not be there.
Right.
Like we would know if something went wrong. Like
because they have in planes like tracking devices.
Yeah.
So it's it's there on your screen, and then suddenly it's just it's gone. Poof.
Poof.
Gone.
Poof. I wonder if that's the sound it makes. Poof. Poof. That's the last thing they hear. Poof. Okay, one thing I forgot to add about Flight 19 that went missing over the Bermuda Triangle. So it was 5 military planes.
Okay.
The search plane that went after them also disappeared. Never was found.
Creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there was a flight, disappeared, and then search plane.
Just also found.
Poof. Gone.
Poof.
Okay.
Poof, poof, poof. Yeah.
Scary.
I know.
Okay, so this is interesting. So the 12 vile vortices.
Yes. How do you say it? Vortices? I don't know. But 12.
They're vile.
Vorti.
I like that.
I like it too.
Okay, so the 12 vile vorti was coined by Evan R. Sanderson. But basically, during his travels, he would record his experiences, and he noticed that there were just super strange, unexplained things happening in certain areas. So when he mapped it out, they're like right above the equator. There's 6 right above the equator, and then there's some right below the equator.
Interesting.
And then like at the poles.
Like kind of spaced out like in a circle.
Yes.
Like, so 6 above the equator, 6 below.
I think, well, there's 12 total, so I don't think there's 6 and 6.
I see.
Maybe it's like 5 and 5. I don't remember exactly how it was placed, but
wow,
we should map it out on a flat Earth map and just see what it looks like.
Yeah, we should. Wow. So how do they measure those? Do you know? Like, how do they know where those are?
There's like coordinates for them.
Okay.
So I don't know how that works like on a map that's not just like linear.
Yeah.
But we should try to figure that out.
Yeah, that would be really fun to figure out.
Where that goes. Or if somebody listening knows how to do that.
Yeah, can you just save us the time and do it for us?
Andrew at tinfoilandtanlines.com or conspire at
tinfoilandtanlines.com. Yeah.
So
let us know. Okay, so are those kind of lining up where these triangles are, or are those other areas where things go missing mysteriously?
So they're lining up where those triangles are, and then it's just saying there's a large amount of gravitational anomalies. We'll fix that.
No. That's perfect.
There were unusually large amounts of gravitational anomalies, magnetic disturbances, plane crashes, electrical malfunctions in aircrafts that were moving through there, and a lot of problems with ships getting lost and just randomly just disappearing. So
wow.
I just thought that was weird.
That is weird.
Anyways.
I mean, there's people that do some serious research into this stuff. They're very invested.
Oh, I did write 6 that line up perfectly above and 6 go for beneath. So
wow.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Huh.
I know Australia has like 2, like 1 on each side.
Yeah. Australia would be in the middle of something
I
like that.
know.
Australia is weird. Maybe that's where all their poisonous insects and animals come
Snakes.
out of these vorti.
They're koalas with their
koalas with the slitted
snake eyes. Yes.
That's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, Australia is like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Have you seen the spiders there?
They're
They're
massive.
huge. They're definitely coming out of some vile vorti.
Yeah, they are. There's no other explanation.
No. But I wonder why God would make all these like little pockets of like different energy things. Or if he did, or if it's something that came after the fall of man, or if that's how it was always designed, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something to it, though. I feel like there's always something more. We just don't have like the full picture, but
Right.
I just think it's fascinating that they're like all of them have the same
Properties kind of thing. Yeah.
So
Like again, like patterns, right? It's the
Mhm.
same thing. You see the same pattern
Yeah.
over and over again. There's something to it.
mhm.
Can't be
It's not
ignored.
random. Yeah.
It's not random.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what else? There's another one located off the coast of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The
Really?
Dragon's Triangle.
Oh yeah, the Dragon's
Yeah.
Triangle. I've heard of that one.
So that one's crazy. It says planes have disappeared there mysteriously.
Mm-hmm.
And then legends of ghost ships and underwater monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So this is weird too. Underneath that triangle, there's an underwater city dubbed Japan's Atlantis.
Japan has their own Atlantis?
I guess so. It says you'll find tons of stone,
Wow.
like monoliths cut
Uh-huh.
with perfect 90-degree angles.
Wow.
It's not weird.
That is so strange.
So,
Well, yeah, I think they do find those flooded or undersea civilizations, like,
mhm.
statues and weird things under the water. Yeah.
And of course, the authorities are like,
Yeah.
it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
banned.
explore. You
You're not
can't
allowed to
down
go there.
Yeah, of
Mhm.
course. Anything interesting they don't want us to...
Touch, go near, look at,
Mhm.
explore,
No.
question, ponder. Nothing. It's just gone.
Don't... What is it? Don't touch it. Don't even look at it.
Don't think about it. Don't even think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And here we are, like, we're going to think about it and talk about it.
I know. Well, it's just things that make you go, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, how could it not?
I mean, how can so many things disappear over and
Mhm.
over and over? And they're always triangles.
Yeah, it's
So
always like
that's weird.
3 points and,
Mhm.
pyramids, maybe it has something to do with that,
Maybe.
the ley
Or
lines.
Let's talk about the dollar bill then, how there's like
Yes.
a triangle, like the all-seeing
all-seeing eye.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like, is that part of it? Like, I feel like it all ties together
Mhm.
somehow. I just don't have all the
Mhm.
pieces.
Yeah, the pieces of the triangle
I
puzzle.
don't have all the pieces or the time to like fully devote
Yeah.
myself to it, but it is
Yeah.
interesting.
It is.
And I'm always curious to hear like if anyone else has comments about it or like reading other comments and other posts
Mhm.
because it's like, wow,
Yeah.
it's just like one more little puzzle piece.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Mhm.
It's a big deal. Especially the Alaska one. That one blew my mind.
I know.
How many people go missing? Like, that's wild to me. And I know, like, in Alaska, it's so vast and the conditions aren't great, but
Mhm.
there's still, like, no explanation for most of them.
I know. Alaska is weird. Like you
Mhm.
can stand on the Alaskan shore and like look out and you can see
There's Russia.
Russia.
It's like right there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Russia used to own Alaska, and then we bought it from them.
I know, but it's not that far away.
No, it's not.
So
Actually,
for us to be like, we've never seen another continent. It's like clearly, like if you're in Russia looking
Mhm.
out across the wild blue yonder, there
The
is
blue
Alaska.
there is Alaska. But I think possibly, because you know how there's cables
Mhm.
of wire underneath the oceans that
Oh,
connect
yeah.
the continents?
Yeah.
I'm starting to think maybe that we're a lot closer than they say.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we're as far away from each other as
No.
they're telling us.
Yeah. And that's how most of our communication is like done.
Goes through these.
It's not
under
done
ocean
through
wires.
telephone poles and wires. It's
Mhm.
done through, underground cables.
Underwater cables.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. And I've even heard that too with like certain flights and stuff. Like they can get like going from the US to Europe. It's
Mhm.
actually a lot faster, like shorter distance than. But I don't know, like how would a pilot not figure that out? But it's just
yeah.
It's just strange.
I've heard that like pilots, when they're learning how to fly, it is on like a flat map. Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
curved map.
well, yeah, because they're
Right.
not having to account for going around a curve.
Right.
They're just flying over the land, flat land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Huh. Very strange. Well, this was a fun one to look into, I will say. Very
So
mysterious.
fun.
Like, I don't feel like I got any answers.
I don't either. But
just
it was
have
still
more
fun to,
questions.
like talk about.
Totally. But it's just like one of those things that just leaves you like, wow, okay, like I didn't know there was just so much going on in these places. Like, yeah, you hear about it, but then when you really look into it, and makes it real. Like, because you think about like the people
Mhm.
and their families, and
So
like
many
this is a
vile
real
vortex,
thing. Yeah, it's dangerous. No, thank you.
I don't like it.
No.
I say that on every episode.
Yeah, you do. I don't
it.
like it. Kelly doesn't like anything. No, just kidding.
I just want to
No, you don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It remains a mystery, though.
Yeah, but it's fun to talk about. And like,
Mhm.
I feel like the more we talk about it, the more people think about it. And maybe people listen and they're like, oh, I have an answer for that. Or
Oh, that'd be cool.
I have a theory on that, you know?
I would love to hear what people think.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see what rolls in.
See what rolls in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we should call it a day and disappear.
Mm-hmm.
On a poof?
Yep. Poof, poof. Wait, play the triangle again at the end.